Okay, we are looking at your prelim, question 5A part 1. Okay, so 5A part 1, you're asked to use figure 9 only. That means no other information. You're supposed to compare the characteristics. Okay, so characteristics means what's so special. Alright, of the Himalayas and the Andes mountain range. Okay, so for 4 marks. So 4 marks means that you need to give me 4 comparisons. Okay, so that means at least one similarity, okay, and then at least one difference, and then the remaining one is similarity or difference. The remaining 2 will be similarity or difference. Okay, so that's how you get your 4 marks. All right, so what are the characteristics that we can observe? Now, you may not have seen such questions before, you know, like what suddenly throw you a map, ask you to compare the characteristics, but I think most of you actually did okay. You did not panic, and you answered the question. So the ones that I'm supposed to look at, let me just put a new layer. Okay, the ones I'm supposed to look at is actually the Andes over here and the Himalayas. Okay, so some of the things that you all have pointed out, for example, similarity, you know, many of you actually pointed out that, I think, yeah, many of you pointed out that they're both at convergent plate boundaries. Okay, or both are formed for both are at convergent plate boundaries. Okay, so because you all saw the arrows moving towards each other. Okay, differences, I think you all have quite a few. One of the common differences is that you all mentioned that, you know, and this is longer than Himalayas. Okay, I think some of you mentioned that Himalayas is thicker in width than this, because you see that here is a much thicker width than here, and this is a very thin straight line. Okay, so Himalayas is wider in width than the Andes. Okay, now even if you use the word thicker, not very appropriate, but you know, given the question, we will not penalize, because you know, you hardly use such terms. Okay, one of the difference that is not always mentioned by many of you is that you forgot to mention that, you know, this is at continental plate boundary, whereas this is at continental oceanic plate boundary. Okay, so Himalayas is at continental plate boundary, but okay, the Andes is at continental oceanic plate boundary. Okay, that would have given you the marks. Alright, now some of you might be asking, you know, can I talk about, you know, and this might have volcano. Well, the question asks you to use only figure 9. So if figure 9 did not show you any volcanoes, you cannot mention that. Okay, so you can only use what is given on the map itself. Alright,